They were English,
Yeah.
which is relevant.
Did they also say Adam's off doc?
No, that.
Yeah.
When you said that, did he actually think that you had an uncle named Bob?
Yep. No.
I knew you were willing to share them.
Bob's now your uncle.
Bob's now your uncle.
Whether you want him or not.
It's dangerous to go
Robert
wrong.
is your
Take
father's
this uncle.
older brother?
I'm my own grandpa.
Um,
Take it away, Joe.
okay.
You're on.
So the past month, I was working on this Tic-tac-toe server, which is a way for us would-be Haskell programmers to a way for us would-be Haskell programmers to write more realistic Haskell code that works in real-world Haskell. So this was one example of how to do this. So let's see. Yeah, so in this particular case, you write something that talks over the internet through a web API, and we're using more Haskell libraries to do that. And on top of all of that, it sums up all the things we learned in this course. Or didn't learn. So that's a good point to fill in all the gaps and see how these things fit together. Okay. Here is all the API that's exposed to the web interface. Yes, with all the happy paths responses.
So this is like a little web application that allows you to play tic-tac-toe?
Yes, and this web application will allow you to play against other players playing through tic-tac-toe, and or just a robot that just exists on the server.
Rad.
So if you want to play just to see if your thing works like you think it does, outside your program, you could play against this random bot.
You wrote a random tic-tac-toe bot?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Does it have smarts, or is it just totally random?
It is totally random. It just picks the location where there's nothing.
So it's stupid bot.
Yeah, it's a random bot. Okay. Are you guys feel comfortable just diving straight into live code?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you show us? Well, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna code one.
Nice.
Yes. Continue.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Okay. So this is a project I actually have on GitHub. I'll post this afterwards. This is a project right here. So. Okay, so I'm using three different libraries, or two different libraries, so three libraries really. HTTP client, which is our web API, REST client, and HTTP types, which is a dependency, or this is dependent on that, so we need to talk about status codes and other HTTP types. ASON, I guess I kind of just assume that will be there, and this client, which re-exports all the data types from the server. So here are all the data types. If you guys want to, you can follow along on your own computer, or not. Okay, so. Given this REST API, I did you guys a favor and I wrote a from JSON instance and to JSON instance for all the requests and responses.
Oh, you uploaded it to Hackage?
Yes, I did that this morning.
Awesome.
So you do not have to define these things; it's already done for you. But you do need to parse them by saying decode and encode. So I did that right here for you, right? Somewhere right here. Oh, I actually did not. I did not parse anything. But I do send a request, a register request. So I start off with the server with no knowledge of my existence as a user. So I'm going to make an account with this. Okay, and then it gave me back my credentials, so it just posted back this in byte string format. But that's not good enough. We need to. I'm gonna have to like restart the server every time because I actually registered an account. But I'll just change the name. I need to decode this. Response body. And this will return a register response which has particular types. Yeah, from here. It has a user credentials, which is this right here, with the username and the user key. And the username is your identifier, and that's publicly exposed to everyone you play against. And the user key is private. You do not want to give that away outside your own program or talking to the server to give yourself, like, this is me, to authenticate yourself. What happened? Okay, and this is a register response. I don't know if you want me to type this whole thing out. It's kind of one thing. And I'm just gonna print this out just to show that it's there on its own data type. Oh, what happened?
So this whole thing's in the IOMonet?
Import decode.
This whole thing is an IOMonet, yes. And I started like this because I want this to be decoupled later as we go through this. Yeah, it's very bare.
I was just noticing mixing logic with IO.
Yeah, and that's intentional just because I want to show this is how to use this library with this. Yeah, well, that's part of the to-do list. Right here. Yeah. The register bot, deal with the exceptions, we'll do the play against random, and then we'll start refactoring right here. What does it complain about? Response.
You need to import decode.
Oh, okay. Oh, it does not have a show instance. That's surprising. Okay, let's not do that. What it does have. Register response. Okay. User creds.
It says it has a show instance on it.
Yeah, that's dumb. Why is it not doing that?
What is the type of that thing they gave back?
Oh, the what? The what? Oh,
Oh, is it ambiguous? Cause
it doesn't. It doesn't know.
Yeah.
That's right. That would make sense. Okay, yeah, so now you see this showed version of the register response with the username that you requested and the user key. So I'm going to delete all this and just assume this. I'm going to copy this key over in the name and just assume it's right. What's next? Yeah, deal with exceptions later. Random. So let's request a game against a random bot. Seems like a good thing to do. it's going to make the assumption that that is. So let's not talk to API register, let's talk to API random. And let's post to there with not this register type, let's call it request, but a, what is the type? Let's look at the thing. Oh, start request to start a game, right? Which only takes your credentials, so that's good. So we already have those. Okay, let's run this. Oh, that's not the right type. And that's not its scope. It's now a start response. Just gonna change this name. It's not what I want anyways. Okay, that's kind of garbled right there, but I'll run another one. So this start response gives you back a collection of information called match info, which has the match ID, which is a public value, and you get a token, which is a private one that you don't want to talk about with anyone outside yourself in the server. And it tells you who are the players. So you are player X, that's you, and then this random bot is player O, with the initial state of the board, which is in this case implemented as a map. But underneath, how it actually looks in the web interface is like this, with right here. So I just did this. This is what it returned.
Cool.
There is another type. I just glanced over really quickly. Is the final type, or the final, final type with values. Because it's a maybe, it just is null. So up until the end of the game, it will be nulls until it tells you
Who won? Or you won? Or?
if you're playing, it'll say you won. If you lost, it'll tell you you lost. But it's recorded differently on the server. But when it talks to you directly, it tells you if you won or lost.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so now it gives us enough information to talk about the next step, which is to play your move. So now we know what to talk to. We know to talk to this location. We want to do it. We want to post to this API. API play your ID and your token. This is there just simply to get this working because there's a lot of other things I didn't want to make you guys do, and myself because I was trying to cramming through this. So rather than posting your token in some kind of header, just post it on the URL. And all good responses will be 200 because you do get bodies back, and bad responses will be some variation of a 400. Okay, so let's write a robot that plays one particular move after requesting to start a game. So we'll post at the top left. So it's going to be a little bit of a rightward drift here. Start response. Assume that's that. User credits. Credits. This is just pulling out the value from the credentials. No, that's not right. I should pull out the match. We want to pull out. Where is this at? Start response. We want to pull out. Match info, user, and game state. Okay. So let's form a new API. I mean, a new posting location. That's what I want to do. Request URL. Random request URL. URL. Play with your match token, no match ID, and your match token. I believe this is implemented under as text, so we're gonna have to make some changes to this. So I'm gonna import ttext. And I'm going to pack these up and append these.
You don't want to use the pretty diamond operator.
Nope. Okay. And match token is match information. I'm just going to pattern match these things. Match ID, match ID, match token, match token, response, match info. It's another line. Good, so that looks like the correct format of that. That's enough to, I think, say what to post as, which we need our. Oh no, we do already cards, but that's already given. We have this, our ID and our match token, and our credentials we did before, so we'll just redo that. And location, which is a data type that takes two integers, one for X, one for Y. So I'm going to post always to the same corner, right there. And credentials we use to write. Where did I put that? Oh, this was a request. Play request. Play request. What does that take? It takes credentials application, right? Location, and we have this URL. So now we're in a good enough location, I believe, to post this. Get some extra space in here. Now this is a play response that's not parsed, so I'm going to call it raw. Parse URL. Unpack now. Random request URL. Post into request. Not talking about that. Yes. Wait, no, I ain't talking about that. Request prime mission. No. Play. Press raw.
So why'd you bother packing it if you're just gonna unpack it?
Yeah. I'm just trying to do this live, so I
Okay.
got planned for this.
All right.
Yeah, I could have not packed it up here, just packed all the other ones, right? Or unpacked the other ones, right? There's text as strings in here, but I believe this has to be a string or a file path. This takes a method of post. This LBS stands for lazy byte string. I think it's might be streamed if it's a lazy byte string. So I don't know. There's some weird qualifiers that people do with this. Sometimes it's just B or L or BL or LBS or LB. Play request. This is the request we just made right here. And it's a very dumb handler. It just quits everything if it doesn't work. Request prime, response prime. Okay, I'm not gonna, well, I guess I'll just do it again. This could be factored out.
I'll copy paste in or no one.
Yeah. It's a good point to refactor and just look for the primes.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Is there something about raptors attacking you?
Prime raptors?
Do you copy paste? There was an XKCD about that.
Yeah. Velociraptors?
This is a play response, so I want to print this out and then.
As long as we keep the door closed, we're safe, right?
Yes.
I will print this out. Okay. Let's actually try writing this one again. So this will use our credentials that still exist on the server, request a new random game, and then post a move at the top of the corner. And it didn't do that, so, well.
Code does not compile. There are bugs.
I need, it's a linker error. Well, it wants text. Right here.
It's our package text. 5C7. EC.
And what else happened?
Oh, 243 others.
I made 243 mistakes in that short a period of time.
One for each character.
I generated mistakes.
Yeah, that's
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah.
This is the same problem.
Yep.
The phrase to err is human, to really foul things up requires a computer.
Yeah, I like that. Code compiles.
It does, and it runs, and it shows something right here. What happened? Oh, that is the wrong response decoding. That is not the right one. It should have a move on the board, so that explains that. Let's try
Good
this.
stuff to primes.
I did.
It's a prime example of why you should use different names.
You're right. I should refactor that out. Okay, so it does show a move.
Nice.
It showed my move at the top left, and it showed the random bot's move on the bottom right, or the bottom left, right here.
Wow.
And yes, you repeat this, well, we will repeat this sequence.
I think the bot's ahead of you already.
No, it's equal.
No, I think that's Joe's win from here. If you start in a corner, like
yeah. Well,
the enemy has to go to the center and or they lose.
You're ahead of the bot.
okay.
I play a lot of tic-tac-toe.
Alex has memorized all of the optimal tic-tac-toe strategies, which I think is actually a totally feasible thing to do.
Now you joke.
Yeah.
But that's true.
Yeah.
There's a game where you can play with other people, just mini games of tic-tac-toe in succession, and it's a game of attrition to see who messes up more.
All right. You have good focus. Okay, so we did a play random. I'm going to refactor now with all the duplicated code and the reader transformer, which will house our credentials. So we don't have to
reader T.
Right. Will be an example of how to use that. Although it'll be slightly contrived because we only have one thing to pull out.
What did Lexi call it? The world?
Yeah.
The
world.
The world monad.
The world as we know it.
Okay. Let's break this up because it's kind of getting hairy. So look at my little lambda. Okay. What should we break up? Let's break up. Yeah, this is pretty ugly to look at.
Well, it's designed bottom up. That's why it's harder to refactor later when you do bottom up.
Well, I know these are these are together.
Top down.
Oh, I thought you were
These are together, so I'm gonna put these together in its own function. I could pass in a manager too in the reader transformer from the.
You can put spring in it and make it really.
You want to make it really incomprehensible.
Play move. Okay.
Start adding some annotations.
This takes a manager. We'll need that for posting. And we also need a credentials and a location.
Yep, current location.
What else do we need? We need our match information, right, for our match ID and match token. Look at MI. Okay, I'll do the type signature after. I'm not sure if this is what it will. I believe it will be, so we're gonna ignore it. Let's do some of this in the word clause. And I want this to be called right here.
Play basketball out there.
Was it? Huh?
I mean, that's what they did. They installed basketball courts in that section.
You're whistling and bouncing balls.
There's nothing in there but a nice clean maple court. Oh.
Oh, we
the
got
swimming
the wrong
pool,
building.
the swimming pool underneath.
That opens up.
It opens up.
Oh, we got the wrong building. Nobody told us.
Manager is that one right there. And this location right here. Oh, don't need another way there. Just right here. I would do what Sean suggested and just unpack it, but
Remember,
slightly not do it
people
exactly.
are going to listen to this later.
With all your side comments and.
No, but I'm pitching if you spend a little more time explaining what you're doing.
Oh,
they can probably follow it.
I'm just copying pasting this in a different function with this in a word clause to be clear to understand. There you go. That's all I'm doing. You got any more?
Yeah, inner tubes for millions of years.
Look, let's go there. Play request. Let's see right here.
I just wonder which which YouTube videos are alien civilizations just gonna start with? Like they're just gonna happen to, after humanity's extinct and they find a YouTube video and they want to learn about us. What's their first impression of us gonna be?
Hopefully too many cooks.
Yes.
Hopefully they find that
They did that on Star
Rebecca
Trek.
Black thing, and that would be.
What's that?
Star Trek had that exact story. I'm sorry, Dave?
I said, hopefully they find that Rebecca Black video first.
Is that the Friday song?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is our greatest.
The pinnacle of humanity.
Humankind's greatest. Never forget, Aaron.
Never forget. The album.
Still refactoring here, so
It's all good.
one thing at a time.
yesterday was Wednesday. Is that how that goes, or was it Thursday?
Well, yesterday
Thursday.
would have been Thursday if it were Friday. If my math checks out.
That's right.
I'm not
That's
sure
right.
though.
But since today's Thursday, that means yesterday was Wednesday, and tomorrow's Friday, and the day after that's Saturday.
See, I should leave it to the mathematician.
Right,
He knows what
keep
he's
going.
talking about.
And then the day before Saturday is Friday.
Okay, I think that should cover that portion right there. Should have just a stack build, even though I'm not testing anything. Yep.
While I was sitting next to Alex the other day, I said, the stars at night are big and bright, and I expected him to and he didn't do it.
And
Which
and
ruined
then
my Pee Wee Herman originating,
We could have had the stars at night.
yeah, then you get it in tune, and then it worked.
Yeah,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
deep in that.
I mean,
He's no Texan.
This is now match information. Okay. That should build. No, did not build. Could not match that with that. Where did I do unpacked?
How do you get those little dots in your compiler output next to the bracket char? Or am I like, am I
Oh,
hallucinating, or are there
those
dots?
are not.
Those are curly quotes. That
Yes, but I didn't change. I should do that right now. See this right here? This is 10 point. That's 22. That's the problem. You'll see them explode. Oh, there you go.
Whoa. Whoa. And they jumped up too.
Yeah, is that better?
Oh, I was just curious what they were. I thought you had dot extension enabled or something like that.
No.
language error dots.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we go replay moves, and I'm gonna do I'm gonna just try to do 3 in a row,
Mm-hmm. Tic-tac-toe.
and I'm gonna hope I don't cross over what the random bot does.
So the type safety of Haskell doesn't prevent you from writing a computer program that violates the rules of tic-tac-toe? Is that what you're saying?
Actually, if you try to do an invalid move that's a box cell that's already taken, it counts as a forfeit.
Oh.
Yes, you broke the rules, you lose.
I like that.
But random bot can't do that.
Because random bot already knows what's
Well,
not.
that's not fair.
You got to be smarter than the random bot. Okay, I posted a bunch of stuff. Yeah, looks like we won.
You won.
You could read all that garbage.
They can do it again.
But where does it say? Oh, just one.
Yeah,
You
at the
just
bottom
won.
one. At the
Just
bottom.
final,
On
just
Friday. It must be Friday.
Run it again. Let's see if you win.
I'm gonna print out the response because that's really hard to read. I'm not gonna print out the bot anymore.
Okay.
I'm just gonna assume it's this. Unless you want to read that in Haskell stuff. Or,
Mhm.
It's okay.
I think I'm support scope type variables. Player
So your
response.
strategy is diagonal or die?
Yes, that is the goal right now.
So if I can't win with a diagonal, I forfeit.
It's not worth winning anything else.
Joe cuts on the bias.
This is for the thing I'll highlight in 2 seconds.
It's a Yiddish joke.
Man, I'm sorry.
Type variables.
say?
Where are you using scopes type variables?
Right here. I'm using scope type variables right
No,
here.
you're not.
Cuts on the bias.
Is that not scope type variables?
It's not. No.
Oh, let's try without
It
it.
is scope type
Sorry,
variables.
it's the
That's
boys
enabled
in the
by
room.
There it
scope
goes.
type
That is
variables.
scope type variables.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's part of that. It's because it changes how those
Okay.
are parsed.
Remind me to tell you that joke.
I'm going to return the play response rather than.
That's not a type variable. That's a
I
type.
know.
You gotta
It's
explain the joke.
poorly
It's not
named.
very good.
Huh.
It does more than just scope type variables.
No example of how important names are.
Hmm?
So an example of how important names are. Though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like think about things like this when you're naming your own variables. So someone else is going to be looking at your
Well, this
code
was-
and have some
This
completely
was
false
even
assumption.
more than that because
This
it's
is
a
a
language.
This is a language language thing.
a Haskell level language extension, which is named Scopes Type Variables. Just nothing to do with type variables.
I lied. I'm going to show this. I am going to print this out, but I will just print out on the bottom. Print it once. That. What is it complaining at right here? 56. This is for importing the void function, which is not included in the prelude for some reason. Could not match.
It's dangerous.
What's dangerous? Oh,
Somebody with void.
void. Is that bad?
Because they return
Oh,
it.
there's a problem right here.
First
The handle.
argument or return.
51 is the problem. This expects. I should probably give it an error. Die. Okay, this will print out the last response. Oh, the one again. Neat.
Oh, I'm smelling a rat here.
Oh, we lost by disqualification.
You did an invalid move.
Yeah. Let's see.
Lost by DQ. That's awesome.
Yes, it looks like this O got the right here. Okay. Do you want to continue on with the transformer stuff? I'll continue
Well,
with the
how much time do we have?
We technically have
30 minutes.
yeah, because this goes.
I don't know.
until,
I don't know if you want to look at me program more.
Yeah.
Or
Well, I just want to make a comment. I guess for a live demo, I find the bottom up style really hard to follow. Because when you're top down, you start with the generalities. Oh, I want to move here, I want to move there, and then you start with the names of your functions, and then you go implement them later. So at least when I'm watching, I have an idea of what your intent is.
Well, to be completely honest, I really winged it. So if that
Yeah.
wasn't obvious, I
Oh,
wanted.
no, it's
I was more concerned with getting this thing working than
I thought
actually
this was really cool.
demoing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought this was. First of all, I think that this project is awesome,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah, I mean, we have to just
it
make
looks
sure
like
it's a
the libraries
viable
you set up are
solution
really
that
cool.
can
And I also thought the demo was
cool.
Yeah.
That will apply
So-
to.
I mean, not to discredit
What
what
we
you're
envision
saying. I
project
agree.
Yeah,
I
it's
agree
just,
with what you're saying.
yeah, the following of it.
Yeah.
So we don't
It's
spend a
like
bunch of time on something and
because
then
the
find
thing is, you
ourselves
wouldn't
in the
even have to
same position
explain
in
certain
3
things.
months.
If
Right.
you like typed in the name of your intention,
Right.
and then say, oh,
Yeah, that'd be
I
good.
intend to move that, and
Yeah.
here's how I do it, then it would it'd be less burden on you to make sure we're following.
Right.
So,
Where is
I'm
the
not gonna disagree with that.
config
so
language causing trouble?
Okay. We can
Just
stop
not
here,
expressive enough.
or I'll implement.
well, I
this
gotta go, but you can
transformer that I have.
continue. But I gotta go because I thought this meeting was till 1. So
Thanks,
but,
Joe.
but yeah, feel free to
See you,
continue.
Jed.
It's not really causing trouble in the sense that we don't know. I don't think it'll support these flows.
It
right? We
pauses
have to
unless you
figure
guys
it
want to
out.
still do
I,
this.
I do not.
Well, all
my
the people that
intuition
don't
is
know
that it doesn't
Haskell
support these
left.
flows.
These are the people that do know Haskell.
I don't think you need my.
So I just need
need
to
to handle
find.
you through
I need to
Haskell.
look. I need to
So I'm
search
gonna
for
stop
a
these.
negative.